Good day, elegant monkeys. Today we're going to look at some Vechain, an oldie but a goodie. A token I've been holding for years and years. Honestly, I'm kind of losing a little bit of my Vechain confidence. I have sold some for, I've increased my DAG position, my Constellation Network position, by selling some of my Vechain bag. I still hold a lot of Vechain, and I'm debating about selling more, honestly. I'm super bullish on DAG. I'm super bullish on Most Elegant Monkey Ever, ticker meme. I'm super bullish on Quant, QNT. My Vechain conviction is slowly bleeding, and I feel bad about that, but it's the reality. So we're going to look at a video today about an interview for Vechain. So let's check this out. My name is Token Chef. None of this is financial advice. So just my opinion. Take this for what it's worth. Do you hold Vechain? If you do, how long have you been holding it? Oh, that was loud. If you do hold Vechain, how long have you been holding it? Are you still feeling bullish? Are you starting to lose your sense of bullishness? I don't know. But let's find out. Give me some FOMO, baby. Let's find out.
Video creation. Every detail matters. I go to artlist.io for music that
Artlist is great.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's AJ Writes Crypto, and I am here with my good friend Jake Hampton. You might know him on Twitter or X as Solomon Grundle, and he is the communications lead, social media lead, high up the ladder at Vechain. And I want to have a candid, straight-up conversation with Jake about why 2025 is going to be a great year for the VFam. We know about, the integration of VBetterDAO, how there are more and more apps getting.
So I can say, what do I say? Transparency. I do hold Vechain. I told you already. And I guess the only thing that's really like keeping me with this chain is just the branding with UFC and having Dana White so close to Trump and Dana White having this relationship to Vechain. So like right now, my only FOMO is all speculation at this moment. I don't see Vechain much information about going on with any of their tracking and supply management like they were really talking about before in China with Walmart. And like all this VBetterDAO stuff. Okay. It doesn't get me so excited. Anyway, let's see.
Made all the time. If any of you heard my Twitter space with Sonny just last week, you'll know how many apps he wants to have, how many users he wants to have. There are big plans for VBetterDAO, let alone the institutional side, let alone the partnership with the UFC. How many,
And I guess for me, for utility token plays, I don't care about retail. I don't care about potential partnerships. I care about institutions and government. For this cycle, it's what projects are already intertwined with government and big institutions, major institutions. Those are the projects I'm looking to hold.
Avenues there are for Vechain's marketing, and it's all going to convert to users on VBetterDAO, and that's all going to convert to crypto going crazy in 2025. So Jake, dude, first of all, how you doing, man?
I'm great, AJ. Thanks for having me, man. Yeah, market's looking great in the year ahead. Obviously, Vechain, VBetDAO, excited to talk about.
This interview is from 4 months ago. So if you are looking at charts right now, I think we're March 1st. Yes, March 1st. Market's not looking great right now. It's not looking great, but I'm freaking bullish as hell. So I'm not worried, but it's just funny.
Planned, what our kind of plans are for next year.
Sure. So, we without saying like your day to day, what's like your main focus at Vechain? Like how are you making an impact, and how is that going to translate in the bull run?
Yeah, so I'm social media / comms lead, as you rightly pointed out. It has a lot of moving parts. There's communications, narratives, social media, but also working with KOLs, influencers, business development, projects. It's super varied. No day looks the same. It's very Web3 style. Like it can change every single day, which honestly I love. I got a hyper mind. I think I need that kind of bish bash bosh kind of approach. So yeah, love it. Very varied, very fun, to be honest.
Yeah. And you've been doing a great job. I've known you for well over a year now. And
let's just for 1 second here. Solomon Grundle here is like the Vechain marketing lead. On X, he has 2,877 followers. That's not a good look for me. Like, I don't know how long he's been doing this, a couple of years. I would hope that you have more than 2,000 followers on X. That's slightly concerning to me. But we'll see.
the whole team at VeChain is awesome, and I could talk about that for hours. But I do want to get into. We have a little conversation before we clicked record here on this session, and we were talking about the institutional impact, like how attractive VeChain is in the eyes of the institutions. And take it away.
Yeah, Joe, just eager to get on that. Yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting point. We're at this apex now where, the institutions are coming to the market. Obviously, we have the Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF, regulators moving in, etc. Times are changing, and VeChain, we've got a lot of that enterprise history. We're kind of well known for doing a lot of that side of things, being a compliant protocol, blah blah blah, all the things that institutions love anyway. But yeah, what's been interesting is, so some of you may have seen, we've hired a guy, Johnny Garcia. He's now the head of institutional growth. He spearheaded a Bitcoin ETF product at Splitwise. He's got a illustrious history in finance. He's been going to institutions and talking to them about, what's the next big thing? What's your big focus now? And what they're coming back with more often than not is, where are the apps? What is going to disrupt and actually make it out of this space, out into the economy? Bitcoin, digital gold, everyone kind of gets that notion. Ethereum, there's been a good reception, but people now are like, okay, so what are we doing with this, this technology? And from our conversations that we've been having with these institutions, obviously presenting the VBeta DAO and how we're using that platform to kind of create this tokenization mechanism, which obviously we'll get into, they're very excited by that, because to them, this is a tangible use case, generating value with a real world impact. And it's creating a lot of excitement.
Yeah, for sure, man. And, and you really said something earlier, like, the institutions are looking for apps, things that people can like get on their phones and use easily without a bunch of friction, without a bunch of like hoops to jump over. And that is certainly what VeChain, what VBeta DAO is doing for the sustainability sector. And I think people don't, when you say the word sustainability, people kind of like look at me like, wait, like what are you saying here? And I kind of like, talk about, the impact of, the relation.
And I get that too. Like all this, VeChain's kind of taken this turn of like super sustainable, the carbon credit system and all this stuff. And there's definitely a part of me that's like, yo, what's this World Economic Forum shit going on? So there's a part of me that mistrusts this and doesn't love the angle. There's also a part of me that holds the token because of that, because like I have my bets on decentralization, and I also have my bets on, okay, if the World Economic is going to take over and make us eat bugs, at least I'll make some money on the way out. Not happy about it, but that's part of it.
Relationship of the Boston Consulting Group, and some of the numbers that go into like the sustainability push, and not only why it's important in terms of numbers, but why it's important in terms of the earth we live on.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot to unpack on that, but sure, you're right. First of all, first point, like sustainability does create a bit of a like visceral reaction. And some people are like, you either love it or you hate it. It's like Marmite. But what's important is the context we're looking at it. Firstly, sustainability can be things like health, mental well-being, physical well-being, like social well-being, right? It's beyond just planting trees and saving the wildlife, all that good stuff. But actually, we're kind of looking at it from this more economic angle as well, right? And so the institutions. Sustainability is a fast growing economic sector. I mean, to pull the ESG numbers, I think we're at 8 trillion right now, projected to go 30 trillion by 2030. 2022, I mean, I can't remember the exact numbers, but hundreds of billions of assets under management in sustainability assets. And also, I think something like a third of, I think I might have lagged for a second, so I'll go back, but I think a third of American invested assets at the moment, or thereabouts, are in sustainability products. So this is a fast growing economic sector. It's also a massive economic opportunity, right? So this is partly why
I would imagine that Trump taking office, that third percentage would go down. I think a lot of like the sustainability, climate change, that kind of shit, I don't think Trump is going to put that much money into it. Or Elon is going to get rid of the USA ID, and I'm sure some of that money's fake going into there and they're going to take it out. So Be aware of that.
institutions are looking, particularly on what we're doing, we're very kind of keen eye because A, it's blockchain real world applications, but B, it's actually answering a real challenge, which is, okay, I want to put money in a sustainable product and I actually have to by law, and there's a lot more money coming. But there's the lack of transparency. There's the, like, how do I validate the supply chain or the origin of a product or any of the information? So blockchain, as we all know on the stream, is like, it's the answer. Public blockchain, I can validate any information. So for part one, that's a really key kind of facet that's getting the institutions interested. And then obviously working with BCG, they worked with us since 2022 now on this, and they've helped bring this product to market. And now there are partners, in this big push, and their role is essentially, taking this story, this narrative, this institutional perspective, and the technology to clients, and essentially helping us get feet in the door, roll out pilots and stuff like that. And actually, we do have some pilots coming up, some of the apps, which feels very exciting. And yeah, in their eyes, these companies, they're kind of looking at these apps as almost next gen loyalty schemes. It's a pretty cool framing, but now these companies get a new way to engage with their customers. The customers can engage with brands that can do all this, good stuff and demonstrate they're doing it. And then you get this financial reward on top as the end user. So it creates like a really interesting loop where everyone's actually winning, because the companies get more engagement and more validation, more verification of all their claims. The end users have stickier apps and they're more motivated to engage with in the first place. Yeah, it's a really fascinating loop that we don't have in the market from it. So
Right.
very excited to be part of it.
100%. I mean, Vechain is really front running the entire sustainability movement in crypto. And it's crazy to me that, like you said, with the Boston Consultant Group saying that sustainability is going to be.
It seems like nobody cares, though. I can agree. Like, I don't really see any other projects talking about sustainability, but it ain't doing shit for the price. Nobody freaking cares in crypto right now.
Worth, ballpark 30 trillion by 2030. I'm surprised no one else is trying to get in on that market share. I mean, do the math yourself at home when we're talking, market cap of a crypto and how many cryptos are, below the $5 billion market cap. Well, if you end up getting 0.6% market share of a $30 trillion sector, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And the fact that Vechain kind of has a big grab on the sustainability sector, specifically in crypto, I don't really see how it could fail. And, I do want to ask you one more question before you go. Dude, you put up this tweet, man. You put up this tweet that kind of got me going. I think it was like a week ago, 2 weeks, regardless. And you went on a jog. You went on a jog and you made $5 from VBetter DAO from a dApp on VBetter called Green Commuter. And this, I know that Green Commuter, like, they're working on it to make things better. But at the end of the day, guys, like, people go on jogs, hikes all the time. And the fact that besides drinking sustainable coffee or charging electric vehicles or cleaning up the skate park.
If you're unaware, right now with Vechain, they have their token. They have VET. They also have VTHO, VTHO, and now they have another thing, VBetter. I forget what the ticker is for this thing, VBT or something. I don't remember. But you can get rewarded these VBetter tokens by doing sustainable things. So, like, if you, let's see if we can find one of these. If you can use your mug, here's mugshot. If you bring your own mug to go get a coffee at Starbucks, you can get rewarded VBetter tokens for using that mug. If you what he's saying is green travel or whatever, if you ride your bike or walk to work or something, you get rewarded VBetter tokens for doing that. So all of these are different apps that reward you VBetter tokens. What I don't understand, I get these VBetter tokens, right, for doing some sustainable thing. Why do people want to buy, and I'm going to sell them, I guess you can hold them, sure. Why do people want to hold VBetter tokens? I mean, they want to hold them for price appreciation. I understand that. But who wants to buy them? Why does somebody want to buy the V-Better tokens from me? If anybody's got that info, let me know. I just quickly read their white paper. I don't see any info. Why the hell anyone would care to buy V-Better tokens? The only thing V-Better tokens give you, which to what I understand so far, and I'm ignorant, so let me know what I'm missing, is I have stronger voting rights in the DAO of V-Better, which I don't give a shit about, and I don't think most people care about. So what else? What other reason would somebody buy a V-Better token? Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, unless of course, the chart looks good. Okay. I mean, we all buy meme coins for that reason. Yeah, I guess I'm a little confused on the V-Better thing. All right, let's hear the rest of this. And also, he's got his other thing of he made $5 doing his run. Well, that's probably because right now nobody's freaking using that thing. The Green Ambassador or whatever that app is that he got $5 for. If everybody's starting to use it, I think you're going to get a quarter or 10 cents for taking a 20-minute jog or whatever he did.
You can also earn better tokens by going on a jog. And that one, tell me about that. That's so cool.
Yeah, so this is part of the value capture mechanism, right? So we talked about these large sums of money, but how does that materialize on the blockchain? So what we're doing is essentially tokenizing your activity. So to dial it back, what you just gave as an example, that was very cool. It actually blew my mind a bit. It was 2 jogs, I'll be honest. Well,
Okay.
It was one in the morning, one in the evening. But regardless, I got $5 in tokens for it, which I was like, that's amazing, right? And what we're actually doing. So in that app, it's about commuting sustainably. So the Strava app, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, as an API, we plugged in an app, and essentially you can get your carbon offset based on your mode of transport, and carbon has a value, right? So international carbon markets are a thing. So you can essentially tokenize your carbon offset, and then you could be rewarded with some portion of that value that you've tokenized. And then obviously, as more and more people on board and use the app, we are demonstrating that, okay, X amount of carbon saving has been tokenized on chain.
This carbon thing, I don't think this is American government. Do they do this? I think this is probably only Europe. And how long is this going to last once Europe goes bankrupt? And the economy is crashing. People don't have any money. Markets are going down. Governments are printing, don't have any money. So I would say this sustainable program, or this program based on sustainability, is not sustainable because it's based on government giving you money to do these actions. That's my thought.
This value gets rewarded, but then looping it back to the institutions, now they have a way to validate that the actual kind of carbon offset was real because they can see it and it's on chain. So this kind of loop of tokenizing the action and rewarding the user with the kind of sustainable value that they created is a pretty powerful mechanism.
Yeah.
Then obviously looping it up to enterprise and institutions, that's exactly what they want to see right now. They want to know how are their apps, how are their programs having that impact that filters down. And it's just a fantastic solution. Obviously I'm biased,
Yeah, I mean,
love it. And I think
but think about the lifestyle that it creates. Like if you don't use plastic cups, you drive an electric vehicle, you go for a jog or 2 every day, and you're repeating these actions over and over again. Or you could just, strap your phone to your dog and play fetch. Do whatever it takes. But V-Better DAO is, and of course, it will
That guy just broke the system, strapped the phone to the dog. Everybody does that. System's broken. You can't do it anymore.
be more, dApps added over time. But the point is, if you live like a lifestyle that coincides with being sustainable and making the right choice for planet Earth, not only are you making a difference with the environment, but if you do all of these things every day, you can make pretty good money over the course of a couple years. And I think people are, especially as more dApps come out, I think people don't see the value that I see with this one. I think it's going to take education. It's going to take time.
I don't see the value that you see with this. If only a few people do this and the government are paying you subsidies to do it, okay, you make a little bit of money, great. But if people actually start doing it, or they're forced to do it, maybe Vechain gets a contract with the government, so people are forced to do it, okay. But the government can't afford to do this. They can't afford to pay everybody $5 to take 2 hikes in a day. You got 100 million people, $5 a day. Now we're 500, is that right? Yeah, $500 million a day. Like this is only works when there's 5 guys getting hikes and collecting their rewards.
But I think we're well on our way.
Absolutely. Like you pointed out, we want to make a lifestyle platform from dark to dusk. You can do these simple actions through this app. You don't even have to like sustainability, but you can get rewarded. By proxy, you're doing sustainable things and you're creating an impact. So, whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter so much, honestly. It's you still contribute. You still, ultimately, you make yourself healthier. That's still a win.
Exactly. Well, Jake, man, I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Where can people find you? Where can people find you?
At Solomon_Grundle on Twitter, or I manage Vechain socials. You can always send me a DM and I'll find you up there.
Awesome. Everybody, I'll make sure I put the link for his Twitter and Vechain. If you want to learn about VBET or DAO, of course, all the links will be down below in the description. Jake, thanks so much for your time, bro. Really appreciate it.
I don't know, man. I think I'm selling some VeChain for more DAG. I think I'm doing that. I think that's going to happen today. VeChain and Solomon, can we please talk about institutional adoption again? Can we please talk about the roots of VeChain, of logistics tracking, and get back into that genre? Like, or did that just not work? Is that the problem? Is that the idea? I don't like this VBET. I mean, it's not that I don't like the VBETer. That's great. That's fine. That doesn't make me bullish on the project in terms of being a bag holder. I will keep an eye on the chart. I'll always trade a chart. I'll always take a short-term trade or a swing trade on a chart. But in terms of being a bag holder, a diamond-handed bag holder, I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it. Honestly, I'm not dumping my VeChain bags. Let's be honest right there. I'm not dumping my bag, but I think I am going to trim a little bit today or tomorrow and pick up more DAG, because I'm definitely more bullish on Constellation Network and Quant. And of course, most elegant monkey ever, ticker meme. These are the plays for me right now. I'll watch some more VeChain stuff. If there's a video or something I'm missing on VeChain, let me know. Please get my FOMO kicked in again on VeChain. Let me get bullish on VeChain. I want to be bullish on VeChain. I want to. I've been holding it for years, dude. My VeChain bag is fucking big, and I've been holding that shit. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you did, great. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to drop some Bitcoin in a wallet, support my work, I'd love that. Until next time, stay elegant, everybody.